Hello everyone, Ken the Bearded Accountant here, and today I'm going to review two oils from Gents Beard Care Company. And with that, I'll get right into it right after this quick intro. All right, I'm back. Now, let me tell you the little bit I do know about the company. The owner is Jay. I've watched a number of his streams on Instagram. And what I've gathered from that, this guy is intensely passionate about his products. Starting with price. The basic price of their 1 ounce oil is $17.99. However, there are some specialty formulas for $19.99 and $20.99. And with Beard Gents, he doesn't have one blend. For the most part, when you go through the different scents, there's a different blend for each scent. I'm not quite sure why, if he used different blends to work better with the scents or just likes giving people a lot of different options, but that is price. Now, moving on to ingredients. I've got two oils here. I've got Mista Kool. The blend from Mista Kool is Jamaican black castor, coconut, sweet almond, and jojoba. And then I've got Mr. T. Mr. T is, they're both 4 oil blends, baobab, hemp seed, grapeseed, and jojoba. I did want to mention something about the ingredients. Now, the way the ingredients are listed, I had always thought it's standard to list ingredients for food, beauty products, whatever, in the order of prominence, in other words, by volume or weight. So when I read off, for example, Mr. Kool, the ingredients are castor, coconut, sweet almond, and jojoba. That does not mean that castor is the most prominent. It's just the order he put it in. I did ask about the ingredients because this is a light oil, and with castor in the first spot of a 4 oil blend, my expectation was that there was at least 25% castor, and therefore this would be at least a medium oil. So I did ask Jay about that, and his response was basically that, whatever standard someone else started, that's not the way he does it. He kind of just does it his own way. In this case, I would say, for example, if someone said, Ken, count to 5, and I said 2, 1, 4, 3, 5, and you say, Ken, that's not the way you do it, and I said, well, that's the way I do it, it'd just be wrong. The only way I could see not listing the ingredients in the order of prominence is if you put a note saying not listed by volume or whatever. But so that was, like I said, I was a little confused when I first tried Mr. Kool because it's very light, and with castor listed first, that was my expectation. I didn't know that doing it your own way was an option. But so when you read the ingredients, the order does not represent volume. It just whatever order he chose. So let's move on to VFS, viscosity, feel-in beard, and styling. The viscosity on both of these was a lighter oil, perhaps to the lighter side of medium. I thought it was light. It felt like an absorbing oil to me. Feel-in beard for me was okay. My lack of enthusiasm for the feel-in beard could be that my beard is more in tune with a medium oil that's more of a coating oil, and the styling didn't work for me at all. So it wasn't a match for my beard. But again, Jay seems to be extremely passionate about getting the best ingredients in these, so it just didn't quite work out for me, but that's not saying it won't for you. So let's move on to the scent profiles. And before I get into the scent profiles, one of the things I did notice, if you talk to Jay about scent profiles, he kind of doesn't like it. He wants to talk about the quality of the oil, and I got the opinion that he thought scent profiles were sort of besides the matter, but did say that, while he doesn't like to focus on scents, he thinks his scents are good. So Mr. Kool is coconut, pineapple, citrus, vanilla. For this one, I got the coconut, pineapple, and hints of citrus. I couldn't individually pick out the vanilla. My thought was that the coconut didn't seem especially coconutty. like it was being mellowed by the vanilla, even though I couldn't pick out the vanilla by itself. I got the feeling when I tried this, I kind of agree with the way he said it. You know, he doesn't focus on scents, but they're good. This is a good scent. It felt to me like a more of a essential oil scent as opposed to fragrance oils. I know he does use both. I think he even on his website specifies whether, let me check that. Yes, he does. On his website, in the description of the oil, he'll list whether it is essential and fragrance or just one or the other. So if you're into, you just want nothing but carriers and essential oils, you can go through his website and see exactly whether it's essential and fragrance. This was on, I would say, on the later side of medium, and it was a 6+ hour scent, which is another thing he does on his website that's kind of cool. He lists the scent duration, and he had it spot on the money for this one. 6+ hours listed on the website, and that's exactly what you got. So moving on, so definitely a nice scent. Wasn't floored by the scent when I first put it in, but I grew to more like it more as I wore it more. Definitely a nice scent. It is as advertised. Coconut, pineapple, citrus, vanilla, with the vanilla kind of being hidden in there and doing its thing behind the scenes. So moving on to Mr. T. This scent profile is green tea, pink grapefruit, and lemon with musk and oak moss. For this one, I got the green tea and a lemony citrus. Identifying the grapefruit, musk, and oak moss is more of a maybe kind of sort of thing for me. And this was, as far as scent strength, more of like oh, that's the other thing. He lists the scent strength on it as well. For example, on his website, he does mention that for the strength, it's a medium scent strength for the Mista Kool. Okay, yes, and this is essential and fragrance oils. He lists it's medium-ish scent. That's what he had down there, medium. And for me, the scent duration was I'm going to put a wide gap in there, 6 to 8 hours. He had 8+. I found his rating on the durations and the strength and all that to, one, be helpful when buying and pretty accurate. So with that, let me summarize. This, one thing I didn't mention is, even though it didn't work super duper good for me, I did get that, and I don't know if you guys have experienced this too. When I put it in, it had that nice, luxurious, easily slipping into the beard or feel to me. It is a lighter absorbing oil. One thing that, because even though they're completely different blends, he does maintain a level of uniformity, I would say, in at least as far as these two oils, as far as the viscosity and things like that. So it didn't work especially well for me, but I'm not saying that means it's not a good oil. Just it was okay as far as feeling beard and styling. It was not good for me as far as styling, but my beard needs something other than perhaps you need. So with that, I'm going to call it a wrap, and I'll see you on the next one. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you think I did a good job, and that like button if you think I did a good job, and the notification bell if you'd like to see more.